Lee, it's defeat in the final game of the season. Could you just sum it up?
Yeah, I felt it was a very, very good side playing an average side today. I thought that, we were first 15, 20 minutes were under the cosh. We expected that. There's 2,000 fans in here. But we started to grow into the game and we were on top a little bit, and they get a corner. We get a corner, poor delivery. Within 2 minutes, they score a poor goal from our point of view. 5 minutes later, we get down out wide there. We get a cross in the box, another poor cross. They break on us and they score again. And then you just give them, the crowd, everyone, a massive lift, because now they only got to try and get another 2, 3 goals, and it's going to be wave after wave after wave of attack. My disappointment was I felt that we were absolutely abysmal in the final third, wasteful, very, very wasteful. We had a number of counter-attacks where any little bit of quality, we'd have caused them problems. But what they brought was a centre-forward aerially brilliant, and I felt he got the better of our 2 centre-halves today, and they had runners running off everywhere, and they played good football, and the wide boy was very good, young. I thought he was excellent, and it was wave after wave. They know what they've got to do, but as I said, if we'd have done anything going the other way, we'd have scored more than one today. And that's the frustration, but they could have scored 5, 6, 7 in my opinion, because it was bodies there, bodies ready to die for the cause for them, and I just felt that we were a little bit off it. And it's the defeat is disappointing. I think Gary King summed it up very, very well in the changing room, that today we didn't win the game, but over the course of the season since we've been here, we definitely won the war. And we could be sitting on a coach today, coming home, being relegated. That's the reality of it, and we're not. We were safe 4 or 5 weeks ago. I can't take away that today you look at it and your whole forward line ripped out. We've got Rio Deal playing up front. He's a wide boy. You've got Barcy. You've got Lynchy, you've got Miller Matthews, you've got Owen McKeown, and we go on about it, but they would have been a difference today. They would have been a difference, and overall, as much as today is frustrating, we've done very, very well. We've done very, very well, and I'm very pleased and very proud of what we've achieved since we've been in the door. And now we have to go away, and everyone thinks it's the off season, but for managers all up and down the country, this is where we go and work hard now. And we've got to go and recruit. We've got to recruit well. We've got to keep the boys here that we want to keep, and we need to have a real good pre-season. And you've got to remember, you go back now, and we had to do a mini pre-season in the season. We had to build a whole new team in the season. So we've done fantastic as a football club, as a team. Then players have been magnificent. Today we're just short, and it was against a team that were trying everything to win the league, against a team that were mid-table and safe. And I have to say, full credit to Torquay. Their fans were outstanding, amazing. That's what I want. Our fans were amazing. The chairman's put on a great show here today, and I think it shows how far we've come as a football club with this ground and everything else. And Gary and Steve and Dean Chance has been brilliant, and Tony and yourselves have been great. The media team, magnificent. So I've just got to say a massive thank you to everyone at this football club. Since I've walked through the door, you've been brilliant. Let's not let today worry us. Today's gone. We're going to have a nice drink, a good celebration next week. Not celebration, but what we achieved this year, as a lot of teams wouldn't have been able to do. So we need to make sure we celebrate that, but that's not the end goal, and that's not what we want as a football club. We want to be up in the higher ends of the table challenging.
And obviously it is that. It's the scoreline today. We unfortunately end the season on that, and it's not a nice one, but is it just about building for next season and going from there?
100%. Look, we decided not to bring anyone in at the transfer deadline, but I didn't expect Lynchy, Barzi, Miller Matthews, Owen McKeown all to get injured, and that's football. I'm not making excuses. It is what it is. They would have made a difference, but at the same time, we've been very competitive every game. We got a great win last week at Chesham, and we're a little bit disappointing at St Albans, but I can't. This happens. You look at today, the results. It's the end of the season. Them boys deserve a well-earned rest because they've worked their socks off from the moment we walked through the door. Saturday, Monday, Saturday, Tuesday for 10, 12 weeks. We've come through that, I think we've only lost 2 games at home all since we've been here. And look, overall, it's been a real success. I can't wait now to start building. I can't wait, because that's where we're going to, try and build a side here now that wants to be trying to challenge. But very hard when you're going against teams like Torquay, Dorking, Boreham Wood, Eastbourne, Maidstone, Truro obviously won it, and congratulations to them. Commiserations to the teams that have been relegated. And we need to make sure next year that we're trying to push on.
Thank you, Lee.
Well done.